Welcome to Seneca Indians Baseball, live on kneo.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Seneca Indians. Now, let's go to Ben Walcott, live on location.
And a pleasant good afternoon, and we welcome you here to Cassville, Missouri, as we get set for high school baseball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network. It is the 15-6-1 Seneca Indians versus the 7-17 Cassville Wildcats. Seneca comes in at 5-2 in Big 8 play. Cassville comes in at 7-17 on the season. They come in at 2-5 in Big 8 play here this afternoon. Your countdown to first pitch sponsors People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. A cold, wet, and windy day that is more reminiscent of March than it is for the first week of May, but we have baseball on tap here this afternoon. We will go ahead and take a 3-minute timeout, come back with the start of the preview after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better health, better you.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
And we welcome you back as still pregame here in Cassville. Like we said, cold, wet, dreary conditions here in Cassville. We have a little bit of a drizzle here on and off at the moment. Chance of rain throughout the contest. Mostly cloudy skies here this afternoon for this one. Seneca, like we said, comes into today's contest 15-6-1, but they have been scuffling a little bit as of late, looking to turn things around before they head into postseason play. They have lost 2 games in a row, lost last Thursday to Aurora 5-0, where they got 2 hit, and then lost an absolute insane game on Friday to Lebanon. Final score of that one was 18-8. 3-game week this week here for the Indians as they are here at Cassville today. It will wrap up Big 8 play for them here today. Go a non-conference game to Springfield Catholic on Thursday afternoon, 5 o'clock start time. No broadcast on that one. And then go to Galena, Kansas on Friday afternoon, 4:30 first pitch. We'll have the broadcast of that one. And then they wrap up the regular season at home next Tuesday afternoon as they face El Dorado Springs at 4:30. This Cassville team comes in at 7-17 overall, 2-5 in Big 8 play, but they are coming in off a win yesterday. They beat Clever 6-5, and that snapped a 7-game losing skid, so they are going to feel confident going into this one. Their Big 8 wins here this year are at Lamar 13-2 and beat Monette here at home 4-2. This place here in Cassville is always a tough place to win. District seeds should be out tomorrow afternoon. We will try and let you know when Seneca will be playing. Seneca should be one of the top 3 seeds, so they should not be playing until Monday. I believe that is the 18th of, it might be the 19th. It's the 18th or 19th, whatever that Monday is. I will find it out for you here quickly. It is the 18th in Aurora. It's just a question of who they play and what time they play. That game will be in Aurora. We'll go ahead, take a timeout, come back and tell you the matchup by the numbers after this break on the KNEO Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Josh Dotson, a member of the Hollow Springs Church of Christ in Seneca, Missouri. I'm going to talk to you a moment about loneliness. It is a very deep ache that reaches down to the soul, but the Bible reminds us that we are truly never alone. From the beginning, God has told us that it is not good for man to be alone. And as a matter of fact, He shows us His intention is to have a relationship with Him and a relationship with others. That helps us to not be alone in this life. However, we still go through loneliness. Psalms chapter 34, verse 18 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted, and He saves those who are crushed in the spirit." Jesus Himself, though, we understand, experienced loneliness in the Garden of Gethsemane. Remember, He was abandoned. And remember, He was also forsaken at the cross. So Jesus can deeply feel our pain. He understands the loneliness. But through Him, we are offered not only that comfort, but we're also offered a community, the body of Christ. So when we feel forgotten, when we feel that everything has come crushing down and we are lonely, remember God has told us in Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8, "I will never leave you and I will never forsake you." So let us hold on to the truth that in Christ Jesus, loneliness may visit, but it never has to be the final word. For KNEO Radio, I'm Josh Dotson.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
I'm Mark Taylor, General Manager of KNEO Radio and the CEO of the Sky High and Seneca Indians Broadcasting Network. As we bring you these high school sports broadcasts each week, there are additional hours and behind-the-scenes work that has to be done to bring you this broadcast. And there's more and more equipment needed with the expansion of the internet or radio broadcast equipment, social media, plus there's fees, announcer costs. It all can add up. If you're a business, we could use your sponsorship. And if not, we are a non-for-profit broadcaster, so your gift is tax deductible. With less sponsors, we have to cut back on how many games or events done, and if that number drops too low, then we have to make other changes. So we would appreciate and look forward to the opportunity to get your business, church, or yourself involved. Contact us to find out more by calling 417-451-5636 or go to kneo.org and contact us there. We will follow up.
Here this afternoon, your pregame show sponsors are People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. Here this afternoon should be a good matchup here between these two schools. Like we said, wet and windy day here this afternoon in Cassville. But like we said, it's matchup by the numbers. They play each other a lot because they've both been in the Big 8 for a while, and they are in the same district as well. Seneca 3-3 on the road. Cassville 5-9 at home. Seneca averages 6.5 runs a game while giving up 3.5. Cassville averages 5.5 while giving up 7.8. Seneca beat them at home last year 11-1 last time that they faced off. The last loss Seneca had against Cassville was back in 2022 as part of the Cassville Baseball Classic. They fell to them by a final score of 5-2 that afternoon. Should be a fun one here between these two schools, as the Seneca lineup does look a little bit different here this afternoon due to some injuries. We will get into that with the starting lineup, sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. But we will take another 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we will tell you about those lineups after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. More information 417-526-4984 or online at proluberepair.com.
I learn best by doing.
I enjoy helping others.
I want to leave my mark.
Here, I discovered what I can do and who I can become.
What begins on this campus moves into studios, hospitals, and communities around the globe.
This is Missouri Southern State University.
Explore boldly.
Care deeply.
Impact globally.
One expanded mission built with lion pride.
Helping your teen learn smart money habits doesn't have to be complicated. First Community Bank's teen checking account is built for tweens and teens 11 and up with parents in mind. Teens get their own debit card, ATM access, and mobile check deposit, plus a bundle savings account to help them plan ahead. Parents get peace of mind with no monthly fees, parental debit card controls, alerts and notifications, joint ownership, and full account access. Stop by any First Community Bank location to open a teen checking account today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
Forbes asked and the people answered. Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is one of America's best insurance companies. Forbes recognizes what our customers have known for generations. We are committed to protecting families and the lives they've built. For auto, home, life, and business protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half priced, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
And we welcome you back. Is still about 10 minutes away here from first pitch in Cassville. Your starting lineups here today, sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. First for the visiting Seneca Indians, like we said, 15-6-1 overall, 5-2 in Big 8 play. This is the Big 8 finale for them. It's also the Big 8 finale for the Cassville Wildcats, who come at 7-17 overall, 2-5 in Big 8 play. But leading off for the Indians is the shortstop, number 13, Jagger Wilson. Batting second and doing the pitching, number 18, Drew Sherwood. Batting third and doing the catching, number 2, Silas Ball. The cleanup hitter is the designated hitter, number 19, Asher Prater. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 12, Brenton Crow. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 23, Remington Albrecht. Batting seventh and playing second base, number 7, Blake McKinney. Batting eighth and playing third base, number 6, Blaine Collinsworth. And batting ninth and playing center field, number 3, Jackson Yoakum. Extra player is the left fielder here this afternoon, number 22, Paxton Ray. So a couple of different lineup positions flipped here for Seneca due to Ian Heffron being out with some back problems. Got pulled in the game on Friday afternoon against Lebanon. So Paxton Ray comes into left field. Yoakum moves from left field to center field. And then you look at the lineup here. Brenton Crow moves up from 7th to 5th in the lineup. Albrecht moves from 9th to 6th. McKinney moves into the lineup at 7th. Blaine Collinsworth at third base in that 8th spot. And Jackson Yoakum will round it out in center field at that 9th spot. For Cassville, they look like this. Leading things off is the center fielder, number 18, Spencer Drollinger. Batting second is the second baseman, number 22, Bodie Hodge. Batting third and playing shortstop, number 6, Mason Bryan. The cleanup hitter is also the pitcher here this afternoon for Cassville, number 1, Easton Hughes. Batting fifth is the catcher, number 11, Colton Roark. Batting sixth is the second baseman, number 3, Lawton England. Batting seventh is your designated hitter, number 16, Wylan Ferris. Batting eighth in playing left field, number 27, McQuad Ferris. And batting ninth and playing third base, number 2, Jaron Stearns. Their extra player is their right fielder, number 7, Baxton Cornell. Very young Cassville team here this year. Only 2 seniors on this year's Cassville squad. Colton Roark, who's doing the catching, and Logan Williams. Those are the 2 Cassville seniors. They have a whole bunch of juniors, though, and some sophomores coming up in the wing. So you have to think these next couple of years, they should be pretty good. So like we said, once again, for Cassville, Drollinger, Hodge, and Bryan are the first 3. Hughes, Roark, England are the next 3. Ferris, and Stearns are the final 3 for Cassville. For Seneca, like we said, Jagger Wilson leads things off. Wilson, Sherwood, Ball, Prater, Crow, Albrecht, McKinney, Collinsworth, and Yoakum will round things out for them. Asher Prater is your DH for Seneca. Paxton Ray will be your left fielder for the Indians. Like we said, a cold, dreary day here in Cassville. They have an elevated, it's not necessarily like a green monster, but it's an elevated wall in left field, 300 down the left field line, 355 to the power alleys, and I can't see what it is down the right field line here at the moment because I got some Seneca players in the way and the bullpen juts in there, but it might be close to 310 down those right field lines. So shorter porch here in Cassville, if you can get a hold of one, it has a chance to go out. Jagger Wilson has a couple home runs in one game this year. And then you also have Silas Ball that hit a home run for Seneca in Monette. Seneca, like we said, looking to snap a 2-game losing skid. Cassville, with their win yesterday afternoon, snapped a 7-game losing skid. So they are looking to make it 2 in a row here. Seneca trying to snap a mini 2-game skid of their own. And really, even that tie in there, if you include the tie, 3 of the last 4 games, Seneca has not really been able to hit that ball as well as they were hoping. East Newton, a 10-0 win, able to hit the ball there. But, Seneca was hoping to have a chance at winning the Big 8 this year, and that loss to Aurora made any chance of that go out the door. Aurora and Nevada play on Thursday. Winner of that contest will win the Big 8 this year, because both those teams will be 6-1 going into that contest. Seneca had the head-to-head over Nevada, but unfortunately they didn't have the head-to-head over Aurora. So be interesting to see what happens between those two teams on Thursday. Like we said, Seneca is getting down there. After today, you have 3 games, as you have Thursday at Springfield Catholic, Friday at Galena, Kansas, and then next Tuesday to end the regular season at home against El Dorado Springs. And then you get a week off before you start the postseason on that Monday, the 19th. We should find out, like we said, tomorrow what seed Seneca is and what time they play. All those games will be in Aurora, but you have to think Seneca will be the 1 or 2 seed in that Class 4 District 12 tournament, as Seneca's starting lineups getting introduced here this afternoon, and now the Cassville Wildcats are getting introduced here. And then we will have an anthem and be ready to go with baseball here this afternoon. The wind has died down a little bit, but the wind is going out towards right center field. So if you can get a ball up in the jet stream, you potentially, kind of like we saw in that game at Monette with Silas Ball, elevated a fastball and he was able to hit one over the left field wall. If you can do that here this afternoon, you have a chance to hit the ball out. We will go ahead and take a 3-minute timeout for the national anthem. When we come back, the start of the game here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
A sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho, serving the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer personal banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home loans, and online banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC, where their slogan is Southwest Missouri Bank, we can do that.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options, including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online, campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Marine Center Incorporated is a sponsor of Seneca Athletics. In business since 1979, they offer Mercury and Suzuki motors, along with low boats as well as boat repairs. Located at 4961 Highway 43 in Joplin, Missouri, open Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 12, and closed on Sunday. For more information, the phone number is 417-781-7450 or online at marinecenterjoplin.com. The Marine Center Incorporated, where the slogan is, your family boating headquarters.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
And we welcome you back as we get set for action here between Seneca and Cassville. Seneca, once again, will look like this. Your countdown to first pitch sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. Starting lineups here, sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Jagger Wilson leads things off. Drew Sherwood batting second. Silas Ball third. Asher Prater fourth. Brenton Crow fifth. Remington Albrecht sixth. Blake McKinney seventh. Blaine Collinsworth eighth. And Jackson Yoakum ninth. Cassville will look like this in the field. Baxton Cornell in right field and center field, Spencer Drollinger, and in left field is McQuad Ferris. As Jagger Wilson to lead things off here for the Indians. First pitch coming at 4:32 p.m. Mostly cloudy skies, and like we said, more reminiscent of a March day. 50 degrees here at first pitch as that first pitch is high and outside for a ball. Left to right in the infield, Jaron Stearns at third, Mason Bryant at short, Bodie Hodge at second, and at first base, I have that pitch is a ball and the count's 2-0, and I wrote down my lineup wrong, so I apologize for that. I have 2 second basemen out there. The first baseman is Lawton England as the 2-0 is in there for a strike, and the count is 2-1. So Lawton England at first, and Colton Roark is catching Easton Hughes. The 2-1 is outside, and the count is 3-1. Wilson, Sherwood, Ball, the 3 scheduled hitters for Seneca here to start the contest. So here comes the 3-1 offering. That pitch is laced to left field. Left fielder going back. It's over his head, and it's a ground rule double for Jagger Wilson as it goes out of play, and that's a little bit of a break for Cassville because with Jagger Wilson's speed, he very easily could be at third base. Drew Sherwood now up for the Indians. However, Jagger Wilson fast enough, might be able to catch him off guard and try and take third at some point. Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Prolue Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, and Zach's Car Wash, all sponsoring the broadcast. And sometimes when you get ahead of the count, you're able to get the pitch you like, and that's what happened to Jagger Wilson. Took the 2-0 fastball, but got a 3-1 fastball and hit it to left field. Left fielder over there, McQuad Ferris, couldn't quite get to it. Drew Sherwood will step in. He'll take a couple pitches if he needs to allow Wilson to try to get to third, but a runner in scoring position already for the Indians. So the first pitch is high, and the count's 1-0 here on Sherwood. Against both Lebanon and against Aurora, Seneca had a hard time hitting the ball. Drew Sherwood was not one of them against Lebanon, as here comes the 1-0 pitch. That 1-0 was popped in the air to left field. Left fielder Ferris going to come in and snag it for out number 1. Against Aurora, Drew Sherwood was 0 for 3, but you look against Lebanon, Sherwood reached base all 5 times he was up. He had 3 singles and 2 walks as Silas Ball will come to the plate. He had a big gap in right center So that first pitch is high. Good stop by Roark, and the count's 1-0. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, and the Springfield Cardinals all sponsoring the broadcast. 1-0 the count here on ball. As here comes the 1-0 offering. And trying to take third and taking third without a throw is Jagger Wilson, and that was the pitch to steal on, as the pitch was in the dirt, looked like a curveball, and the catcher, Roark, didn't even have a chance to get a throw. 2-0 the count here on ball. Comes the 2-0. That fastball is in there for a strike, and the count's 2-1. Seneca, runner at third, less than 2 outs. You have to be able to bring him home. Comes the 2-1 offering. Does not offer, and it's outside, and the count is 3-1. Asher Prater on deck for the Indians. And then Brenton Crow. 3-1 the count here on ball. 3-1 fastball hits the inside corner, and he's worked the count full at 3-2. You put the ball in play, you got a chance of Jagger coming home because Cassville playing everybody back. Ball on the ground probably brings in a run. 3-2, hit to second base, only play is to first, and it's an RBI ground out for Silas Ball. The fielder's choice allows Wilson to come in and score, and Seneca takes a 1-0 lead. That's big here for Seneca because the last couple of games, both Aurora and Lebanon jumped on top of them early. Asher Prater now comes to the plate here with 2 outs. As here comes the first pitch to him. Bounded foul near the Cassville dugout, and the count is 0-1. Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, CareNet Pregnancy Center, and Watered Gardens all sponsoring the broadcast. 0-1 the count here on Prater after that foul ball. Comes the 0-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike, and the count's 0-2. Now Prater needs to protect here with 2 strikes. 0-2 the count. Seneca run in here in the first. Wilson doubles and eventually scores. The 0-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. That will end the inning. For Seneca, 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors, and they strand nobody. After a half inning, it is Seneca 1 and Cassville coming up.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the 4-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kansas. Learn more today at midminsurance.com or call 417-451-9177. Mid-America Specialty Markets. Protecting your business and family is our specialty.
Jaren Stearns. They will be facing Drew Sherwood here this afternoon. It's a little bit of a different lineup out there for Seneca in the field. Paxton Ray in left field, Jackson Yoakum in center field, and in right field is Remington Albrecht. Left to right in the infield, Blaine Collinsworth at third, Jagger Wilson at short. At second base is Blake McKinney. First base, Brenton Crow. And Silas Ball is catching Drew Sherwood as that first pitch is in there for a strike. And the count's 0-1. Drew Sherwood worked a complete game his last time out last Tuesday against East Newton. The 0-1 is inside and low, and the count's 1-1. 6 innings because it was a run rule game. Gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, had 11 strikeouts. Comes the 1-1. That's in there for a strike, and the count quickly moves to 1-2. Sherwood working quickly. On a day like today, I think everybody appreciates that. As here comes the 1-2 offering. That's low and outside, and the count is 2-2. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Health Care Ministry, Seneca School District, Northwest Arkansas Naturals, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. Here comes the 2-2. He spoils that one foul, out of play, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Drollinger does a good job. Get a piece, keep yourself alive. That's all you can ask for as a hitter. As here comes the 2-2. That pitch he fouls off at the plate. So he's been able to get a couple of pieces of fastballs here the last 2 times. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up here for Drew Sherwood. As here comes another 2-2 offering to Drollinger. That 2-2 is low and outside, and he's worked it full to 3-2. Seneca got a run in the top of the first. Like we talked about, big for them as the 3-2 is fouled into the screen. So he'll continue to battle here. Against Aurora, Seneca gave up 2 runs in the bottom of the first and never could come back. Against Lebanon, gave up 4 in the top of the first and never could find their way back. So getting that first run is key. It's that breaking ball just a little bit high at the top of the zone, and Drollinger works a 9-pitch walk. As Bodie Hodge will come to the plate here for Cassville. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, Safe First Storm Shelters, all sponsoring the broadcast. As Hodge will step in. Here comes the first pitch. Trying to bunt, squares. They're going to throw behind him, and they had a chance, but Crow could not get the tag down, and safe at first base as Drollinger had a big lead, a secondary lead over at first. That was a strike by ball behind the plate. Crow just couldn't get the tag down. 0-1 the count here on Hodge. Here comes an 0-1. They're going to throw back. They almost had him leaning. Not a very big lead for Drollinger either. Sherwood has one of the better pickoff moves I've seen in the 4-state area. 0-1 the count remains here on Hodge. Not a big lead like we said by Drollinger, and they still caught him leaning. They're going to try and bunt. That is a good bunt. Only play to first. Sherwood fields it. Crow with the putout. It's a 1-3 putout, but the sacrifice bunt does get the runner to second base for Mason Bryan. So 1 out. Number 3 hitter has a runner in scoring position, kind of like what Seneca had in the top half of the first. 4-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Huddle Springs Church of Christ, and Toner Connections, all sponsoring the broadcast. As not sure who called time. I think Silas Ball called time for Seneca. Big hole in right center with McKinney keeping the runner on. So he swings and misses at the breaking ball, and the count is 0-1. Runner at second is Drollinger. He worked a 9-pitch walk to start the bottom of the first. Here comes the 0-1 offering from Sherwood. Fastball a little bit low. And the count's 1-1. Number 3 hitter here for Cassville. As Sherwood gets the sign. And here comes the 1-1 offering. That pitch is hit through the left side for a single. They're going to keep the runner at third base. Paxton Ray did what he needed to do and hit the cutoff man, as that one was hit through Collinsworth and Wilson. And the runners are at first and third as Easton Hughes will try and help his cause and see if he can tie the contest here for the Wildcats. See if they try and run on ball as well. Try and get a second runner in scoring position. A little bigger lead for Bryan. Going to throw behind Bryan, and he's back safely. One out here, bottom first. Runners are at first and third for the Wildcats. As here comes the first pitch. Popped in the air in foul territory. It's going to stay in play, and ball is able to snag it, and Sherwood did what he needed to do in covering home plate, so somebody was at home. And there are two down quickly now for Colton Roark. And Sherwood out away from getting out of this with no damage done. Number 5 hitter here for the Wildcats. See if Bryan is going to try and take second here at some point. As here comes the first pitch from Sherwood. Runners off on the pitch, no throw. As he swings and misses, and the count's 0-1. So now a base hit would potentially score 2 here for Cassville. Counts 0-1 on Roark. So here comes the 0-1 from Sherwood. That fastball stays up, and the count's 1-1. Connors State is getting a good one in Drew Sherwood. As here comes the 1-1 and the dirt. Good block there by Ball. And the count is 2 balls and a strike. Sherwood committed and signed to Connors State Junior College there in Oklahoma. So here comes the 2-1, and that stays outside. And the count's 3-1. Got to be careful here with Roark. 3-1 the count. Ian Heffron, who's not playing today, signed to... That pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball challenged him. Roark swings through it. Heffron is signed to JUCO in Oklahoma, and then Jagger Wilson is verbally committed to the University of Oklahoma, but he's only a junior. 3-2 offering, and that ball is lifted in the air to center field. Yoakum screaming over right center, and he was stumbling and losing it. 2 runs will come in and score, and in at third base on the 3-base error is Colton Roark. It looked like Jackson Yoakum was reading that one, and I'm not sure what he tripped over, but he tripped on his feet, and 2 runs are in here for Cassville. As Lawton England comes to the plate here for Cassville. So they have taken a 2-1 lead. Ball was hit far and deep, but it looked like Yoakum out there in center had a beat on it. First pitch is swung on and missed, count 0-1. As a courtesy runner out there for Cassville at third base. As here comes the 0-1, and that's on the outside corner. Counts 0-2. Long inning here for Sherwood, thanks to Drollinger's 9-pitch at bat, and then Roark a 6-pitch at bat. And that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that won the inning for Cassville. 2 runs in the inning on 1 base hit. There was an error, a nice strand 1. 1 in the books. It is 2-1 Cassville.
Access Family Care serves all of your health care needs, from behavioral health to dental services to primary medical needs. AccessFamilyCare.org. Women's health, OBGYN services. AccessFamilyCare.org, with locations across Southwest Missouri. AccessFamilyCare.org. Quality, convenient health care. Access Family Care medical and dental clinics. Building relationships, providing great care.
You found it. The ultimate car wash. The one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 psi of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
Tornado season doesn't give you a warning, but you can be ready. State Line Welding and Fabrication builds heavy-duty steel, safe first storm shelters, fabricated right here locally and installed by people who know what they're doing. Reinforced construction, secure door systems, custom sizing. Protect what matters most. Get your quote today, 417-438-2135, or find them on Facebook.
Second inning as Bretton Crow will lead things off. Takes a pitch high and inside, and the count's 1-0. Crow, Albrecht, and McKinney, the 3-2 up. Anybody reaches Blaine Collinsworth would come to the plate. Here comes the 1-0. That ball is dribbled down the third baseline foul. Counts 1-1. Over at the Neosho Daily News. Wish the Seneca Indians good luck. Let's go get that win. 1-1 the count here on Crow. As that ball jutted back into fair territory after hitting the fence by the Cassville bullpen. As here comes the 1-1 offering. Out 1-1 is outside. And the count's 2-1. Game against Lebanon. Seneca worked a lot of walks in the contest, but they weren't able to take advantage. Worked 13 walks. The starter had 9 of them as the 2-1 is in there in the count. It's now 2-2, and Crow needs to protect here with 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. Here comes the 2-2 from Hughes. And that misses the inside corner. And the count's full at 3-2. Full count here. As here comes the 3-2 offering from Hughes. Long look in. Here comes that full count pitch. That fastball is high for ball 4. A leadoff walk for the Indians. So Remington Albrecht will come to the plate. We'll see if they have a bunt on. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. Visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC, the housing lender, proud sponsor of the Indians. That first pitch is high and outside for a ball as Albrecht pulls the bat back, and the count is 1-0 as they were squaring. Third baseman Stearns is charging for Cassville. They're going to throw behind Crow, who dives back safely, showing that early. Something makes you wonder sometimes if you're going to try and slap it through there at some point. 1-0 the count here. Squares again. That ball is bunted down the first baseline. It's a beautiful bunt. It's a fair ball, and Hughes can't pick it up. It's a bunt single for Remington Albrecht. The runners are on with Blake McKinney to the plate. See if Blake McKinney is now trying to bunt here with runners at first and second. So the first baseman is now playing in as that first pitch hits the top of the zone, and the count is 0-1. Seneca's got runners on. Albrecht can get a pretty healthy lead at first base with the first baseman in so far. Pitch is outside, and the count is 1-1. Northwest Arkansas Naturals return home to Harvest Ballpark on Tuesday, May 12th, as they open up a 6-game series versus Arkansas Travelers that goes through Sunday, May 17th. Ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com and support our high school baseball. KNEO, as that pitch is bunted foul, and the count becomes 1-2. Now with 2 strikes, you have to think McKinney will be swinging away here. 1-2 the count. As here comes the 1-2 to McKinney from Hughes. Ball is lifted in the air to short center field. Center fielder coming in and able to snag it. That's Drollinger out there in center. And there is one down as Blaine Collinsworth will come to the plate here for the Indians. One out, runners on first and second. So the first baseman still playing in, thinking a bunt. As here comes the first pitch to Collinsworth, and they fake a throw back to second as Crow, a healthy lead, secondary lead at second base. As here comes the first pitch to Collinsworth. Long look, and the fastball is up, and the count's 1-0. Springfield Cardinals are at home at Route 66 Stadium as they face the Corpus Christi Hooks. Goes through Sunday, May 10th. Ticket information, visit springfieldcardinals.com. Support our high school baseball on KNEL. 1-0 is outside, and the count's 2-0. Way ahead here is Collinsworth. You can be picky on what you want to swing at. 2-0 the count. Here comes the 2-0, and it gets by him. Crow going to try and take third, and it gets into left field, and Crow did not realize it as he slid into third base. Wild pitch has runners at second and third, and a 3-0 count here on Collinsworth. You have to think Collinsworth is taking the entire way. That 3-0 pitch is over for a strike, and the count's 3-1. 3-1 the count here. As here comes the 3-1, and that pitch is a ball, and the bases are loaded here for Jackson Yoakum, the number 9 hitter here for Seneca. As Seneca has the bases loaded, and there's a little bit of a drizzle here as that pitch hits Jackson Yoakum, and he will have an RBI hit by pitch. And we are tied at 2 as Crow comes in and scores, and now you're to the dangerous part of the lineup here in the top of the order. And you're going to have a visit at the mound as you get back to the top of the order. And Jagger Wilson. And so they are visiting the mound here. Wilson doubled his first time up, probably wondering what you're trying to throw here. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ballgame schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com. KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO 917 Sports. Leadoff double for Wilson to start the contest. That pitch hits the inside corner. Counts 0-1. Still only one out here in the inning. Bases loaded here for Seneca in the second. Wilson doubled and scored in the first. Pitch is high and outside, and the count is 1-1. 1-1 the count here. Comes the 1-1. That pitch is inside. So he twirls out of the way, and the count is 2-1. 2-1 the count here on Wilson. The 2-1 hits the outside corner, and the count becomes 2-2. Wilson still a pretty good two-strike hitter. So here comes the 2-2 offering from Hughes. That pitch is low. The count's full, and you have nowhere to put him. 3-2 the count here on Jagger Wilson. Here comes the 3-2 offering. That ball is hit in the air to right center field. It'll get down. One run will come in and score as Cassville does a good job getting the ball in quickly. Seneca goes station to station, and they have a 3-2 lead here. Coming in to score is Albrecht. As now Drew Sherwood trying to help his own cause. Flew out to left field his first time up. As Seneca has taken a 3-2 lead. Comes the first pitch. That's high. And the count is 1-0. Bases full of Indians here. 1-0 the count here on Sherwood. Pitch is low and outside, and the count's 2-0. Sherwood flew out. Silas Ball had an RBI ground out. He's on deck. 2-0 hits the top of the zone. Counts 2-1, but that's not one that you really can do much with. So Sherwood taking the entire way. 2-1 the count, and it hit him. And another run will come in and score, as it makes it 4-2 here for Seneca. Silas Ball, an RBI ground out, his last time up. Grounded out to second base. Base is still full of Indians, as that makes it 4-2. That first pitch is a ball. Counts 1-0. It's Hughes having a hard time finding the strike zone here. As here comes the 1-0 offering. That ball is cranked to left field and deep. That might be a grand slam. It is! It is over the elevated left field wall. Silas Ball, a grand slam, and Seneca has themselves a 8-2 lead. 7-2 lead, excuse me. A grand slam here. It is 8-2. I was right, excuse me. As it was an elevated fastball. 5 RBI on the afternoon for Silas Ball. And Seneca takes an 8-2 lead. He got all of that one, and it even went over the elevated wall there in left field. So Asher Prater takes a called strike, and the count is no balls and a strike. 0-1 the count here. That ball is hit to right field. It's over the right fielder's head, and it will be Prater going to try and go for 2, see if he can get in there, and Prater is in there with the double. Good hustle there by Asher Prater to be able to get to second base. And we will have a pinch runner for Seneca, as that pinch runner will be Danny Macy. So Macy will run here for the Indians. And Seneca has batted around here as Brenton Crow will see his second at bat here of the second inning. And we may have a pitching change already. So I think this is the second time he's been out there. We're past the top of the 5 o'clock hour. You're listening to KNEO 91.7 FM News. We're dropping live online at kneo.org. We do have a pitching change. We will take a 90-second timeout. Tell you about the change after this on the KNEO Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
And we welcome you back. A new pitcher out there for Cassville is Tyler Matthew. Easton Hughes went 1 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 8 runs, 8 earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. He is responsible for the runner at second base for the Indians, which that is a pinch runner for the Indians. Danny Macy is out there, as Brenton Crow will see his second at-bat of the inning as the Indians have batted around here in the inning. Started off with a walk, then a bunt single, fly out, walk, hit by pitch, single, hit by pitch, grand slam. And then what knocked Hughes out of the game was a double by Asher Prater. So Crow will get his second AB here. No official at-bat due to the walk, his first time out. 8-2 Seneca, 7 runs so far here in the second inning. 1 out, runner on second base. As here comes the first pitch from Matthew. That's low and inside, and the count's 1-0. Crow worked a walk off a full count, his first time up. 1-0 the count here on Crow. As here comes the 1-0 offering from Matthew. That 1-0 is low and outside. Roark working hard behind the plate. Did a good job blocking that one. 2-0 the count here on Roark. Way ahead here. As here comes the 2-0 offering. That's outside. And the count's 3-0. Drizzled for a little bit. Still trying to drizzle a little bit. Here in Cassville, you'll have that all game long. Crow probably taking here 3-0. Fastball is in there for a strike. Took a little bit off to make sure got it across. The count is 3-1. Might be taking here 3-1 as well. 3-1 the count. Here comes the 3-1, and that's foul tipped. And the count's 3-2 as Crow is swinging away. Now anything close, Crow will have to swing it. 3-2 the count here. As Matthew digs back into the rubber. Here comes the full count offering. That 3-2 pitch is hit in the air, right center field. The center fielder coming over and snagging it. And Macy not going anywhere, as there are 2 down now for Remington Albrecht. Albrecht worked a bunt single his first time up. 2 outs here. Seneca now needs a base hit to get that runner at second in. As here comes the first pitch to Albrecht. That pitch is fouled off himself. And the count's 0-1. He's able to drag bunt it down that first base line. Pitcher Hughes wasn't able to snag it. 0-1 the count here on Albrecht. So here comes the 0-1. That breaking ball is hit into right field. It will get down for a single. It gets by the right fielder. It would have been an RBI single anyways, and now all the way in at third base is Albrecht. It's a single as well as an RBI, and then the 2 base error getting by the right fielder allows him to get all the way to third base as It starts to rain a little bit heavier here. As that first pitch is a ball, so the count's 1-0. Oh, jeez. As the 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike, and the count is 1-1. One ball and one strike here. Here comes the 1-1. That's high, and the count is 2-1. 2-1 the count. As here comes the 2-1 offering. That is inside, and the count's 3-1 here on Blake McKinney. 3-1 the count here on McKinney. It worked a walk his first time, and that pitch is low for a ball 4. So runners are at first and third here for Seneca. And Roark is going to call time and figure out what signs he wants to give with runners at first and third. It's raining a little bit harder here. Here comes the first pitch to Collinsworth. They go behind McKinney, and McKinney back in there safely. As no official pitch yet here on Collinsworth. First pitch is low for a ball. The count's 1-0. It's raining pretty good here in Cassville at the moment. 1-0 the count. 1-0 he offers that, and the count's 1-1. Here next half inning, he'll try and get some trash bags and get some things wiped off here. Apologize for any static that may be coming through. 1-1 breaking ball is in there. Ooh, not sure where that one missed, but they called it a ball, and the count's 2-1. That one looked pretty good. 2-1 the count. 2 balls and a strike here. As here comes the 2-1, and it hits Collinsworth for the second time, and now the bases are loaded here for Jackson Yoakum. Yoakum was hit by a pitch his first time up. As here comes the first pitch to Yoakum. Popped in the air, foul out of play. And the count is no balls and a strike. 0-1 the count here on Yoakum, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. Comes the 0-1. That breaking ball is in there, and the count is 0-2. Seneca, 8 runs in the inning so far, as they have a 9-2 lead. As here comes the 0-2, breaking ball back up the middle. Second baseman is going to go the short way. It's a 4-6 put out. That will end the inning. But for Seneca, 8 runs in the inning. The big one is the grand slam on 5 base hits. There were no errors, and they strand 3. 1.5 in the books. It's 9-2 Seneca. Wyland Ferris to lead things off. 1-1 the count here on him. 7-8-9 here for Cassville. So that pitch is a ball, and the count is 2-1. So the rain has subsided here a little bit in Cassville. 2-1 the count. Ferris, and Stearns, the 3 due up here for the Wildcats. That pitch is fouled into the screen. Counts 2-2. Seneca, a big inning there in the second. 8 runs, the big one, the grand slam. 2-2 pitch is hit in the air, center field. Yoakum going over, and he's going to be able to snag it out there for out number 1. McQuad Ferris will come to the plate here for the Wildcats. Excuse me, I guess it's McQuade Ferris. I apologize. 1 out here. As first pitch to him hits the top of the zone, and the count's 0-1. New Mac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, ProLube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Zach's Car Wash, all sponsoring the broadcast. 0-1 is popped in the air, foul, and Crow won't have a play. So the count quickly 0-2. The count here on Ferris. A little bit of a longer inning. Sherwood is going to have to field his position. Long throw to first, high throw, and it's going to get by Crow. And in at second base is Ferris. So the E1 allows him to get to second base. It's going to be a tough play. I think maybe you give a single and an error on the play because he's going to have a tough time getting Ferris at first base. Tyler Matthews will come to the plate. So Matthews due up here for, he takes a called strike, and the count's 0-1. Both those runs in the bottom of the first run earned thanks to error out in center field as that pitch is foul tipped, and the count is 0-2. Ferris able to reach on an 0-2 pitch. See what Matthews does here. That pitch popped in there, foul, out of play, and it hit the screen and popped back. 0-2, the count remains here on Matthews. So here comes another 0-2 offering. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Second strikeout of the game for Sherwood. As Spencer Drollinger gets on at bat here in the second, top of the order. Campbell Biddicombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Springfield Cardinals, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. So here comes the first pitch to Drollinger, and that's high for a ball. Counts 1-0. Drollinger worked a 9-pitch walk his first time up. 1-0 the count here. 1-0, swung on and missed. Got him to swing that inside pitch, and the count is 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. That pitch is laced near Cassville dugout. All those players ducking out of the way. It actually went over the dugout towards the concession stand, and the count's 1-2. As here comes the 1-2 offering from Sherwood. And he's able to hit it, but right to Sherwood. Sherwood going to underhand flip it for the final out of the inning. So the Sherwood error doesn't come back and bite Seneca. For Cassville, no runs, 1 hit. There was an error, and they strand 1. 3 innings are in the books here in Cassville. Seneca, a 9-2 lead.
Loud noise! What you want, do?
We were dispatched out here to the old 1400 block. Got some suspicious activity back in the alleyway. 1023, we've got 2 suspects moving a lot of boxes back here in the alley. We're going to approach and find out what's going on here. You two, let me see some ID.
Hey, we're the Office Concept guys. We're selling and moving copiers as fast as we can go.
104 HQ, this is just a copier company with a lot of sales going on.
Copy that.
WG Marketplace isn't your average thrift store. Think boutique vibes with a mission. Every dollar you spend helps those struggling with homelessness through Watered Gardens Ministries. WG Marketplace. Shop with purpose. Give with impact.
Cedar Lane Farm and Garden at 143 Cherokee Avenue in Seneca is your local feed dealer and a supporter of Seneca Indian sports. Offering vet, livestock, and pet products, Cedar Lane also carries a full line of farm and garden supplies. For more information, contact Cedar Farm and Garden on Cherokee Avenue in Seneca today. The number is 417-776-8231. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. through 2 p.m. for your convenience. Go Indians!
Seneca will start with the top of the order here in the 3rd inning, as it will be Wilson, Sherwood, and Ball, the 3 scheduled hitters for Seneca here in this inning. Wilson 2 for 2 on the afternoon. Sherwood 0 for 1, but scored on the grand slam. And then Silas Ball 1 for 2, but has 5 RBI. So that first pitch is a ball to Wilson, and the count's 1-0. Wilson, Sherwood, Ball. Prater if anybody reaches. Seneca sent about 14 men to the plate there in the second as that pitch is high, and the count is 2-0. Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, CareNet Pregnancy Center, Water Gardens, all sponsoring the broadcast. That ball is hit to right center field and deep, and that is a solo home run for Jagger Wilson to right center field, and Seneca has themselves a 10-2 lead here. Got all of that one ahead, 2-0, able to take the pitch he liked and drills it out to right center field for a solo home run, and Seneca has themselves a 10-2 lead here. As Drew Sherwood will come to the plate here for the Indians. Sherwood has flown out and been hit by a pitch. That first pitch is in there for a strike. The count's 0-1. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, Northwest Arkansas Naturals, sponsoring the broadcast. As that pitch is low, and the count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Drew Sherwood. Here comes the 1-1. That sails high and outside, and the count is 2-1. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, Safe First Storm Shelters, all sponsoring the broadcast. So the 2-1 pitch is hit down that first baseline, just foul. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count now here on Sherwood. As here comes the 2-2 offering. That pitch is spoiled foul. Into the screen. The count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. As comes another 2-2 offering. That breaking ball is outside, and Sherwood has worked it full to 3-2. Full count pitch here for Matthew. So here comes the 3-2. That ball is laced down the left field line and deep, but catching it in front of the left field wall is the left fielder. And there's one down for Silas Ball. He'll hit a grand slam over that left field wall his last time up. As here comes the first pitch to ball. And that is low. And the count is 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 the count here on ball. As here comes the 1-0 offering. Breaking ball. Is able to hit the zone. And the count now moves to 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Silas Ball. Swinging and missing is Ball. Count 1-2. I think he was aiming for that left field fence again. Count remains 1-2. Comes the 1-2. That breaking ball gets a piece and keeps himself alive. 4-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Huddle Springs Church of Christ, Toner Connections, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. And that pitch is a ball, and the count is 2-2. 2-2 the count here. Here comes the 2-2 offering. That 2-2 is hit to the right side. First baseman makes the play, but the pitcher is caught napping, and it's an infield single. Pitcher was caught staring as Asher Prater will come to the plate. Prater walked his first time up. He did not walk his first time up, excuse me. He struck out his first time up and doubled his last time. Ball over at first, a healthy lead. That ball is popped up in the air, foul out of play, and counts 0-1. No balls on the strike here on Prater. Seneca is added to their lead here in the third solo home run by Jagger Wilson. So that pitch is high for a ball. Ball going to slide in safely. Second base with a stolen base. 1-1 the count here on Prater. Northwest Arkansas Naturals return home to Harvest Ballpark on Tuesday, May 12th. So they open up a 6-game series versus Arkansas Travelers that goes through Sunday, May 17th. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com. Support our high school baseball on KNEO. As that pitch is high and inside. And the count is 2-2. 2-1, excuse me. 1 out here. As here comes a 2-1 offering. Long look. That 2-1 is hit down the third base line, and it goes foul. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the umpire is out of baseball, so they're going to have to throw that one back in. 2-2 the count here on Asher Prater. So they're going to run some more baseballs out to the home plate umpire. 8 runs second inning really blew this one open here for Seneca. As here comes the 2-2 to Prater. Breaking ball in the dirt, good block behind the plate. The count now full at 3-2. One out here in the top of the third inning from Cassville. So here comes the full count offering. Popped in the air into the screen. The count will remain 3 balls and 2 strikes. It bounced off the screen. Home plate umpire didn't realize it bounced off the screen. Holton Rourke trying to see if he could get a fast one there on the umpire. 3-2 the count remains. So here comes another 3-2 offering from Matthew. That pitch is hit in there to left center field and deep. That ball might be gone, and it is. It is a home run parade here for Seneca this afternoon. A 2-run shot here for Asher Prater, and they have extended the lead here 2, 12-2. A 2-run shot for Asher Prater. As Silas Ball comes in and scores as well. 2 home runs in the inning. And Seneca has a 10-run advantage as Brenton Crow will come to the plate. Crow 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to center. We'll see. Looks like another pitching change is coming on tap. 90-second break. Tell you another change after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Huddle Springs Church of Christ is bringing you today's ball game. They're a family-friendly church located just a few miles outside Seneca at 19306 Huddle Springs Road. With Sunday morning and evening worship services as well as midweek services on Wednesdays, check out HuddleSpringsChurchofChrist.org for more information about all the classes and fellowships they offer throughout the week. Huddle Springs Church of Christ, where they say, we want to go to heaven with you.
15 years, CareNet Pregnancy Resource Center has been serving women, men, and their families.
All of our services are free and confidential, and they include
first trimester ultrasounds, STI testing with treatment, and
pregnancy tests, as well as verification and community referrals.
One-on-one education classes for any parent or soon-to-be parent,
along with material assistance.
Baumke will face Brenton Crow here for the first time. So here comes the first pitch. That's outside for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Seneca a 12-2 lead here in the top of the third. 2 home runs in the inning, a solo home run by Wilson to start the inning, and a 2-run shot by Asher Praters. That ball is hit foul. Coach Hughes couldn't make the barehanded play. So coach, and the count's 1-1. 1 out here. Crow has walked and flown out. Yes, here comes the 1-1 offering. That's outside. And the count's 2-1. Springfield Cardinals are at home starting tonight at Route 66 Stadium as they face the Corpus Christi Hooks. It goes through Sunday, May 10th. For ticket information, visit SpringfieldCardinals.com. A supporter of high school baseball on KNEO as that ball is ripped to left, and it's going to fall in front of the left fielder. A single here for Brenton Crow, and Seneca is hitting here this afternoon as Remington Albrecht will come to the plate here for the Indians. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO 917 Sports. First pitch to Albrecht, swung on, missed, counts 0-1. He is 2 for 2 on the day. Got all the way to third on a ball getting by the right fielder in that little bit of a downpour last inning. 0-1, that's popped foul out of play. And the count moves to 0-2. This could be one of those get-right games for Seneca, and it could be coming at just the right time. 0-2 the count here on Albrecht. Comes the 0-2. Pitch is hit to first. First baseman going to tie the bag. Chance at second. Can't get him. And now Crow, and that could be interference, and he's going to be safe regardless of what happens. It is a G3 on the play. Fielder's choice allows him to get to second. And then the ball getting into center field allows him to get to third as Blake McKinney will come to the plate. McKinney has flown out and grounded out. Or excuse me, flown out and walked. Both in the second. The first pitch to McKinney, swung on and missed. It counts 0-1. Another long inning here for the Indians. They've scored in every inning. 0-1 the count. Here comes the 0-1. They offered at it, and the count is 0-2. Cannot hold his swing. 0-2 the count here on McKinney. 2 outs in the inning. Said cold, wet, rainy Cassville here this afternoon. 0-2 is outside, or set up outside. Couldn't get the call. 1-2 the count. Runner at third for Seneca. As here comes the 1-2. That pitch is outside. And the count's 2-2. Seneca at Springfield Catholic. Thursday afternoon, no broadcast. Friday, head to Galena. We'll have that game for you. Will be an internet-only broadcast. 2-2 the count here on McKinney. 2-2 pitch, hit up the middle. Shortstop fields it, throws to first. Nice scoop at first base by the first baseman. And that will end the inning. But Seneca tacks on 3 more runs in the inning, courtesy of 2 home runs. There were no error. There was an error in the inning, and Seneca strands 1. 2.5 innings in the books. Seneca up 12-2 here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
The third here for Cassville hits 1-2 shortstop Jagger Wilson, able to snag it off the hop. One hops it to Brenton Crow at first, but Crow able to hold the bag, and there is one down here quickly in the bottom of the third as Mason Bryan will come to the plate. Bryan singled and eventually scored in the first inning as he fouls that pitch off, so the count's 0-1. Bryan and then Easton Hughes. Anybody else? Colton Roark. As 0-1 the count here on Mason Bryan. Foul tips that at the plate. And the count is 0-2. As ball went out, just wanted to make sure that the umpire was okay. And now we'll get back behind home plate. 0-2 pitch, hit on a couple hops to short. Wilson picks it. Another short hop, and Crow able to pick that one as well. Brenton Crow has been able to pick a couple good ones there at first base as Easton Hughes will come to the plate here for Cassville. He fouled out to the catcher in his first plate appearance. After giving up 2 runs, unearned runs in the first, Sherwood has calmed down. He had a error himself as well. So that pitch is hit on a couple hops to McKinney. McKinney fields it, throws to first, and it is a quick 1-2-3 inning for Cassville here in the third. 3 innings in the books. Seneca up 12-2 here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. More information 417-526-4984 or online at proluberepair.com.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Late here, Silas Ball a grand slam, Jagger Wilson a solo home run, and Asher Prater a 2-run home run for the Indians here this afternoon. Blaine Collinsworth lead things off. No official ABs here today, as walked, been hit by a pitch. Jackson Yoakum 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch. Jagger Wilson 3 for 3, a single, a double, and a solo home run. He is a triple short of the cycle. Dylan Baumke begins his first full inning of work here as he came in with 1 out there in the top of the 3rd inning. As here comes the first pitch to Collinsworth. Swung on and missed, and the count's 0-1. Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, ProLube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Zach's Car Wash, all sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the 0-1. That's fouled right back near us, and the count's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes here on Collinsworth. 8-9-1 for Seneca here in the 4th. Here comes the 0-2, and it hits him. So Collinsworth has reached base all 3 times, twice on a hit by pitch and once on a walk. As Jackson Yoakum comes to the plate, he's 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the second. Campbell Biddicombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Springfield Cardinals, Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, CareNet Pregnancy Center, Water Gardens, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. So they throw behind Collinsworth, who gets back safely. As here comes the first pitch to Yoakum, and that pitch is hit up the middle, might be 2. Shortstop fields it, throws to first. It is a G6, and then a 6-3 putout. There are 2 down quickly for Jagger Wilson, who is a triple short of the cycle. So they have him shaded to pole. There in right center, there is a huge gap in left center if you could hit it there, because the left fielder basically playing straight up. As here comes the first pitch to Wilson. That pitch is a ball, and the count is 1-0. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministries, Seneca School District, Northwest Arkansas Naturals, all sponsoring the broadcast. 1-0 the count here on Wilson. 1-0, swung on and missed. Missed on the curveball, and the count is 1-1. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. 3 home runs in the game for Seneca. So here comes the 1-1. That ball is spoiled foul, out of play. And the count now moves to 1-2. Be big for Cassville if they could find a way to get Wilson out. 1-2 the count here. As here comes the 1-2 offering from Baumke. That is outside. And the count is 2-2. Wilson does a very good job of being selective of the pitches. Swings out. As here comes the 2-2 offering. Breaking ball, pop foul, out of play. Count remains 2-2. Running out of baseballs here again. 2-2, the count remains here on Jagger Wilson. As here comes another 2-2 offering from Baumke. Fastball, spoiled foul. He is working that third baseline, foul territory. Count remains 2-2. So here comes another 2-2 offering from Baumke. That pitch is in there for a called strike 3. And that will end the inning. For Seneca, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. 3.5 in the books. It's 12-2 Seneca.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options, including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Americans have a big healthcare problem. Over 100 million citizens carry medical debt while spending on overpriced and complicated health insurance. As Christians, we don't have to pay for a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a faith-based alternative to health insurance at half the cost. Plus, you can enroll at any time. Stand up to insurance and join CHM today.
Missourians know we've got their back. For 75 years, they've turned to Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance for dependable, personalized life insurance coverage. That's 75 years protecting families and the lives they've built. For small-town values and big-time protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Wildcats here in the bottom of the 4th. 6-pitch third inning for Sherwood as that ball is bounded down the third baseline foul. Counts 0-1. Roark, England, and Ferris. Wyatt Ferris, the 3 scheduled hitters here for the Wildcats. That ball, once again, juts out into fair territory. They're hitting the bullpen. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, Safe First Storm Shelters. Sponsoring the broadcast. That ball is hit deep to right center field, and that ball is over the head of Albrecht up against the fence, and that may be a triple, and it is easily a triple here for Colton Roark. So that ball was hit deep to right center field. Albrecht kept drifting and couldn't quite get there, as Roark has hit the ball hard in both of his plate appearances. Lawton England will come to the plate. Strikeout victim his first time up. So here comes the first pitch from Sherwood, and that fastball is high. Counts 1-0. For State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Chamber of Commerce, Huddle Springs Church of Christ, Toner Connections, all sponsoring the broadcast. That pitch is swung on and missed. Counts 1-1. Sherwood really hasn't had the swing and miss stuff here today. Only 2 strikeouts, but he's let his fielders work. 1-1 breaking ball just inside. And the count is 2-1. So here comes the Sherwood looking for the sign. Gets the one he wants. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. That pitch is popped in the air, foul. That's going to just sneak out of play near the batting cages over behind the Cassville dugout. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shouldn't say remains, becomes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 from Sherwood. Breaking ball, hit through the right side, RBI single for England. As a run comes in and scores here for Cassville, and they make it 12-3. So Wyland Ferris will come to the plate. Ferris flew out to center field in his lone plate appearance. Evan at the Neosho Daily News with Seneca Indians. Good luck. Let's go get that win. As here comes the first pitch to him. Fastball hits the top of the zone. The count's 0-1. Runner at first is Lawton England. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball swung on and missed. Couldn't catch up to the high fastball, and the count is 0-2. As here comes the 0-2 offering from Sherwood, and that's inside. And the count is 1-2. England not a big lead over at first base, especially with Sherwood's pickoff move. The 1-2 is hit in the air to left field. Paxton Ray going to come in and field it on a hop. The first 3 have reached here for Cassville as McQuaid to Ferris come to the plate. Singled in the second and got to second on the throwing error. Runners at first and second here. As here comes this, as I said, here comes the first pitch, but Sherwood steps off. As now here comes the first pitch from Sherwood. Fastball swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1. It's been a cold, wet, dreary day here all over the 4 states, and it's continued here in Cassville this afternoon. Comes the 0-1. Popped in the air, foul. That's going to sneak out of play behind us. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes. He had a 2-2 count on England, 1-2 count on Ferris, and couldn't get either of them out. See if he can get an out here in Sherwood. The 0-2 is popped foul into the screen. And the count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. So he was able to get a piece and keep himself alive. Tyler Matthews, I believe, might have a pinch hitter. Dylan Baumke is on deck. So that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Third strikeout of the day here for Sherwood as Dylan Baumke will come to the plate here for the Wildcats. Runners are at first and second. 1 out now. Number 9 hitter for Cassville. Long look between Sherwood and coach for the sign he wants. Comes the first pitch to Baumke. That hits the top of the zone, and the count is 0-1. So here comes the 0-1. That ball is poked in the air. Wilson going to go back and snag it. A little bit of a short line out. And there are 2 down now for Spencer Drollinger. Drollinger worked a 9-pitch walk his first time, grounded out to the pitcher his last time out. Runners are at first and second with 2 outs now on top of the order. So that pitch hits the outside corner. Counts 0-1. Community Banking and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. This is our branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, proud sponsor of the Indians. Ball able to block that one. Kind of squirted through the knees, but kept it close enough that England at second didn't want to try and get to third. As here comes the 1-1. That's outside. And the count's 2-1 here on Drollinger. Do have a base open, but don't really want to allow anybody to get on. Anybody else. As here comes the 2-1. That ball is hit to shortstop. Going to go short way to second base. It is a 6-4 put out. And that will end the inning. For Cassville, they get one run on 3 hits. There were no errors, and they strand 2. 4 in the books. Seneca up by 9, 12-3 here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Indians!
Anybody who reaches Brenton Crow would come to the plate. We're nearing the top of the 6 o'clock hour. You're listening to KNEO 91.7 FM, Neosho Joplin, live online at kneo.org. Seneca, 9-run lead here. The fourth inning was the first inning that Seneca did not score a run in that inning. It's 2-3-4 for Seneca as Baumke begins his second full inning of work. That first pitch is hit up the middle. Second baseman can't field it. And Drew Sherwood has his first base hit of the afternoon. Hit by a pitch and scored in the second. Flew out to left twice. Saw his ball a grand slam and a single. He's also grounded out. He's got 5 RBI on the afternoon. A leadoff runner is on here for Seneca and Drew Sherwood. So here comes the first pitch to ball. That ball is hit to left field. That's going to get down for a single. 2 pitches and 2 base runners here for Seneca. So Asher Prater comes to the plate. Prater has struck out, doubled, and hit a 2-run home run. He hit his to left center field, just to the right of that wall that elevates in left field. So here comes the first pitch to Prater. That's outside, and the count's 1-0. This game to end after 5. Seneca needs to score at least 1 and not allow Cassville a run in the bottom half. So here comes the 1-0 to Prater. That's outside, and the count is 2-0. Northwest Arkansas Naturals return home to Harvest Ballpark on Tuesday, May 12th. So they open up a 6-game series versus Arkansas Travelers. That goes through Sunday, May 17th. Ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com. Supporter of high school baseball here on KNEO. Wild pitch allows the runners to get to second and third. 3-0 count here on Asher Prater. 3-0 you're probably taking. 2 runners in scoring position for the Indians as Cassville brings the infield in. So here comes the 3-0, taking the entire way, and the count's 3-1. If it's in his wheelhouse, kind of like that one was, you may see him try and drive it. I don't think 3-1 you'll see him take. Here comes the 3-1. That ball is hit down the third baseline, just foul. And the count's full. Sherwood able to dance out of the way. So count's full at 3-2. See if he was about a foot just to the left of the bag, keeping it fair. Count's full here on Prater. 3-2 the count. Here comes the full count offering. That ball is fouled into the screen. The count remains full at 3-2. So he's able to get a piece and keep himself alive. So here comes another 3-2 from Baumke. That pitch is swung on and missed. And that is the first out of the inning. Baumke gets his second strikeout of the afternoon as Brenton Crow will come to the play. Crow has singled, flown out, and walked. As he is 1 for 2 on the day. As here comes the first pitch to Crow, and that's outside for a ball. His count is 1-0. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO917 Sports. 1-0 the count here on Crow. That's outside. Count's 2-0. Albrecht on deck. He is 2 for 3. 2 singles and a ground out to first base. 2-0 here. You can be selective. Here comes the 2-0 offering from Baumke. That ball is lifted in the air to left field, and it's going to be caught in front of the fence, but it's deep enough to allow the run to come in and score. It's a fly out to center field, but it's an RBI fly out. It's coming in and scoring on the play is Drew Sherwood, and taking third base on the play is Silas Ball, where now a wild pitch could bring in another run. As Albrecht will come to the plate here for Seneca. He's 2 for 3. Seneca has been able to hit the ball a lot better today than they have the previous 2 games. So that pitch is high and outside, and the count is 1-0. As here comes the 1-0 from Baumke. That ball is lifted to left center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. RBI for Albrecht. And Seneca now has a 14-3 lead. Another run in the inning for the Indians. Inside out swing for Albrecht, and he hits it opposite field. As Blake McKinney comes to the plate. McKinney 0 for 2. Flown out, grounded out. He's also walked. So they throw back behind Albrecht. Springfield Cardinals are at home at Route 66 Stadium starting tonight as they face the Corpus Christi Hooks. That goes through Sunday, May 10th. For ticket information, it's at NWA.com. Supporter High School Baseball on KNEO. As McKinney grounds out to shortstop, and that will end the inning, but Seneca does score 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and they strand 1. Cassville needs 2 runs to send this to a 6th inning. Seneca needs to hold them to less than 2 to end this game in 5. Back in 90 seconds here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the four-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kansas. Learn more today at midminsurance.com or call 417-451-9177. Mid-America Specialty Markets. Protecting your business and family is our specialty.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is an organization that exists to make Southwest Missouri a better place to live. That is why they are proud supporters of high school athletics. They understand that the life lessons learned from sporting competition teaches responsibility and discipline and makes our student athletes better citizens for tomorrow. Learn more about local area events online at neoshocc.com. Proud supporters of local school athletics.
Here in the sixth inning, Bodie Hodge quickly has a 1-2 count on him. 2-3-4 Hodge, Bryan, and Hughes. That 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike three, and there's one down as Mason Bryan will come to the plate. I think that's only the fourth strikeout of the game for Drew Sherwood. Mason Bryan will come to the plate. Bryan singled in the first, grounded out to short in the third. So that pitch hits the outside corner. The count is 0-1. Seneca looking to finish 6-2 in Big 8 play. So here comes the 0-1. So that pitch is inside, and the count's 1-1. Seneca will be at Springfield Catholic on Thursday. No broadcast at Friday. At Galena, we'll have that game for you on our internet. This on our YouTube page, as that pitch is spoiled foul. And the count is 1-2. Seneca trying to pick up their 16th win of the season and snap a two-game losing skid. Here comes the 1-2. That's inside, and the count's 2-2. Looked at the forecast Saturday, Sunday, even yesterday. Thought might have a hard time getting it in. That 2-2 is outside, and the count's full at 3-2. Drollinger's worked the only walk here for Cassville. Bryan trying to work a second walk. Here comes a full count pitch, and that's pop foul under the screen, and the count remains 3-2. Sherwood has been in the zone here this afternoon after that first. I'm not sure what happened there, but somehow ball ended up with an extra ball. So here comes another full count pitch. That pitch is golfed near the Cassville dugout, so we'll do another 3-2 pitch. Is Bryan doing a good job of battling here? Drollinger was a 9-pitch walk when he walked. This is going to be the 8th pitch of this at-bat. That ball is laced into left field. It's going to dump down in front of Ray. Good job by Ray of blocking it and making sure ball didn't get by him. One out base runner as Easton Hughes comes to the plate. Hughes grounded out his last plate appearance. He's 0 for 2. He's also fouled out. Cassville needs 2 runs in this inning to send it to a 6th inning. As here comes, they're going to throw back behind Bryan, who's back safely. One out here in the bottom of the 5th. As here comes the first pitch to Hughes, and that breaking ball is in there for a strike. And the count is 0-1. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. That's high. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Much better hitting for Seneca today. 14 runs off of 12 hits. As here comes the pitch that's in there for a strike. As Wilson applies the tag late. Stolen base for Bryan. The count is 1-2 here on Hughes. 1-2 the count here on Hughes. As here comes a 1-2 offering from Sherwood. That's high and outside. And the count now 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, one out here. The bottom of the fifth. That ball is hit in the air to right field and deep, and that ball is gone. A 2-run home run for Easton Hughes. That makes it 14-5, and we will see a sixth inning here in Cassville. So that pitch was hit over the right field fence. A 2-run home run for Easton Hughes. As Colton Roark comes to the plate. Roark reached on a 3-base error his last time, or his first time, and then tripled his last time. That first pitch is a ball on the count. Is 1-0. Comes the 1-0, and that's in there for a strike. And the count is 1-1. Seneca will have 8-9-1 in their half of the sixth. So here comes the 1-1. That ball popped in there, foul, and that's going to get out of play. And the count now 1-2. As Sherwood has given up 5 runs. That pitch is a ball, and the count is 2-2. 2 of them are unearned that he gave up in the first. So here comes a 2-2 offering. That's low. And the count's full at 3-2 as Roark worked it from 0-2 to full at 3-2. Full count offering coming up here from Sherwood. Breaking ball swung on and missed for strike 3. Kind of a late emergency swing, and Roark couldn't connect. And there's 2 gone here for Lawton England, who is 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. He has also struck out once. So here comes the first pitch to him, swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1. So here comes the 0-1. That's outside, and the count's 1-1. Seneca still up big here, up by 9, 14-5. Here comes the 1-1, and that's outside, and the count's 2-1. 2-1 the count here on England. Here comes the 2-1. Hits the outside corner, and the count's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. As here comes the 2-2 offering. That ball is hit over the first baseman Crow's head. It's going to get by Albrecht, roll to the wall, and it's going to bounce away from Albrecht. We'll see if he tries to chug into third. He does not. It is a 2-out double here for England. This Wyland Ferris will come to the plate. Ferris has flown out and singled.
Now batting for the Wildcats, number 16.
So the inning continues here for Cassville. Still 2 outs here in the inning. Just here comes the first pitch. The count is 0-1. 0-1 the count here on Ferris. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. That is inside. Good job by Ball of snagging that one. And the count is 1-1. 2 outs, bottom 5. Runner at second for Cassville. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on and missed. And the count is 1-2. As here comes the 1-2 from Sherwood. That pitch is pop foul out of play. Well, I guess it hit the screen, not really out of play. Count remains 1-2. So it looks like it's starting to drizzle here again. As here comes another, and actually stepping out is Ferris. Now he steps back in. So here comes another 1-2 offering from Sherwood. That's in the dirt. Good block by Ball. And the count now 2-2. Wind has died down. Well, I say it's died down. It's still gusting out there. Flag out just beyond the left field wall. As I fake a throw back to second. Getting back in safely is Ferris. So here comes another 2-2 offering from Sherwood. That's high. And Ferris has worked it from 1-2 to full at 3-2. Don't want to let another runner on here, especially number 7 batter in the inning. Comes the 3-2. That ball is poked down the right field line, foul. Just beyond Crow at first base, but that bounces off the bullpen. So the count remains full at 3-2. So here comes another full count pitch. That's in there for a called strike 3. And that one then, and Cassville does score 2 runs in the inning on 3 base hits. There were no errors, and they strand 1. 5 innings in the books. Seneca up 14-5.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Helping your teen learn smart money habits doesn't have to be complicated. First Community Bank's teen checking account is built for tweens and teens 11 and up with parents in mind. Teens get their own debit card, ATM access, and mobile check deposit, plus a bundled savings account to help them plan ahead. Parents get peace of mind with no monthly fees, parental debit card controls, alerts and notifications, joint ownership, and full account access. Stop by any First Community Bank location to open a teen checking account today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
Looking for a church that feels like spot?
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians.
As Blaine Collinsworth, Jackson Yoakum, and then you get back to the top of the order here for Seneca. Collinsworth does not have an official at bat. He has reached base all 3 times, once on a walk, twice on hit by pitches. Yoakum 0 for 2, and then Wilson 3 for 4. We begin the top of the 6th here. That ball is just poked to the first baseman. And there is one down here as Jackson Yoakum will come to the plate for Seneca. 1 pitch and 1 out for Baumke. As Yoakum 0 for 2 on the day. So here comes the first pitch to him. Back hit up to the second baseman. Fields it, throws to first in time. And there are 2 down here quickly as Jagger Wilson will come to the plate for Seneca. It starts to rain a little bit harder here. So there's 2 down for Jagger Wilson. It starts to rain a little bit harder here. So here comes the first pitch to Wilson. That ball is ripped down the first base line, fair, past the right fielder. That may be a triple. He may try and go for 3. He is going to try and go for 3, and Jagger Wilson is in there safely, and he has himself he has hit for the cycle here this afternoon. A double, a single, a solo home run, and a triple. He also has a strikeout on the afternoon. So 2 outs, runner in scoring position is Drew Sherwood. Will come to the plate here for Seneca. So that first pitch is low for a ball, and the count is 1-0. As here comes the 1-0 offering from Baumke. That's outside, and the count is 2-0. This is the second inning that Seneca, when they've been batting, the rain's come down a little bit. 2-0 the count here on Sherwood. Sherwood singled his last time up. That pitch is outside, and the count's 3-0. Sherwood may have a green light, 3-0. We'll see. 3-0 the count. Here comes the 3-0. Taking the entire way, and that's just inside for ball 4. So a triple and a walk, and now runners are at first and third for Silas Ball. Ball 3 for 4, 2 singles and a grand slam. 5 RBI on the afternoon. As here comes the first pitch to Ball. That ball is ripped down the first baseline foul. And the count is 0-1. No balls and a strike here on Ball. 0-1 the count. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Baumke. And that is past the catcher. And Wilson going to try and score. It was a late try to go. Sherwood tried to go to third. He's in safely, and he's going to come in and score on the play. So wild pitch allows Wilson to come in and score. Sherwood gets all the way to third on the wild pitch, and then the error allows him to come in and score. So Seneca, 2 runs here in the inning. They take a 16-5 lead here, and now there's nobody on base for Seneca. As Ball going to hit one. Nice play there by the third baseman. Can't quite get there, and Ball is going to be into second base. That was a tough play for the third baseman. Did all he could. And now Asher Prater will come to the plate. Prater has a 2-run home run to his credit. He's also doubled. As Ball will run here at second base. As the rain has once again subsided a little bit, as that first pitch is high and inside for a ball, and the count is 1-0. As here comes the 1-0 offering. That's outside. Counts 2-0. 2-out rally here for the Indians. Jagger Wilson is hit for the cycle. Runner at second for Seneca. As here comes the 2-0, and that's outside, and the count's 3-0 here on Prater. 3-0 count may be taking here. We'll see what he decides to do. Here comes the 3-0, and he's going to look the runner back. 3-0 the count. 3-0. He is swinging away and missing, and the count is 3-1. Three and one here on Prater. 2 runs in the inning for Seneca. Comes the 3-1. That ball popped in the air. Center fielder going to go out there, and he's going to snag it for the final out of the inning. For Seneca, 2 more runs in the inning on 1 base hit. There was 2 errors in the inning, and they strand 1. Head to the bottom of the 6th. Seneca needs 3 outs without Cassville scoring to end this game here in 6. The KNDO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better health, better you.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. One thing that all sports fans despise is an athlete who only gives bare minimum effort. We want to watch athletes who play with passion, not who look disengaged and disinterested. But what about in our own lives? Are we just doing the bare minimum at our jobs, in our marriage, with our kids, or in serving God? As followers of Jesus, we must stand out and set the tone of hope, peace, and joy when we interact with others. Our lives should be different as we represent Christ and give maximum effort. 1 Timothy 4:12 says, "Let no one despise you for your youth, but set the believers an example in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, in purity." Rather than needing other people to set the tone for us, we should make it a priority to set the example for others with our attitude and effort. Today, let's set the tone and affect the culture around us. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
For the bottom of the 6th inning, Seneca will see if Jagger Wilson can get 3 outs here. Try and end this game. Drew Sherwood, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Jagger Wilson did hit for the cycle here today. Drew Sherwood moves back to center field, so you will see Jackson Yoakum back in left field and Albrecht in right field. So I believe Paxton Ray is the one that will come out for Seneca here. Cassville will send their 8, 9, and 1 hitters to the plate, needing 2 runs for this game to head to the 7th inning, as McQuaid Ferris and then Dylan Baumke and Spencer Drollinger, the 3 due up here against Jagger Wilson. As here comes the first pitch from Wilson. That hits the outside corner and the count's 0-1. Ferris singled in the 2nd. Infield single, reached 2nd on a throwing error and struck out in the 4th. 0-1 is outside and the count is 1-1. Nobody out here, 1-1 the count. So here comes the 1-1 from Wilson. That hits the bottom of the zone and the count is 1-2. 8-9-1 here for Cassville in the bottom of the 6th, needing 2 runs to send this to a 7th inning and have this game go all 7. Here comes the 1-2 from Wilson. That slider is swung on and missed for strike 3. First out of the inning here for Seneca as Dylan Baumke will come to the plate. Baumke kind of softly lined out to shortstop his first time up. For Seneca, McKinney, it goes to shortstop, and I'm not sure who is at second base. As that pitch is a ball and the count is 1-0. I can't see what number is at second. As you do have a new second baseman, it's Derek Sherwood. That pitch is popped foul out of play. and the count is 1-1. So Derek Sherwood comes in to play second base, and McKinney moves from moves from second to short. So here comes the 1-1. That pitch is hit to Sherwood at second, throws to first in time, and there are 2 down as Spencer Drollinger will come to the plate for Cassville. Final hopes here for the Wildcats. Drollinger 0 for 2 on the day, 2 ground outs and a walk. As here comes the first pitch to him. That ball hit on a couple hops to Crow. Crow will field his position, and that will end the contest. Nothing doing for Cassville here in the 6th. Seneca improves to 16-6-1. They finished the year at 6-2 in Big 8 play. Cassville falls to 7-18 on the year, and they finished 2-6 in Big 8 play. Jagger Wilson went the final inning, did not give up a hit or a run, had 1 strikeout. Drew Sherwood picks up the win. He went 5 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. The postgame show is sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. Seneca, this was very much a get-right game for them here this afternoon. 16 runs on 16 hits for the Indians here this afternoon, while they gave up 5 runs on the afternoon on 8 hits. Our next Seneca broadcast will be on Friday afternoon as they head to Galena to face the Bulldogs there in Galena. We will have that broadcast for you. It will be an internet-only broadcast on Friday afternoon. Jagger Wilson hits for the cycle. He finishes 4 for 5 on the afternoon. Silas Ball had a grand slam. Asher Prater, a 2-run home run for the Indians here this afternoon. For our studio producer, Luke Taylor, back in the KNEO studios, I'm Ben Wolcott, saying so long here from Cassville. We now join Family Talk in progress. Thank you so much for watching and listening to high school baseball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.